Hi, my name is Jeremiah Bauer, and I am the Director of Faith at Home here at Prince of Peace. I work with confirmation and youth ministry to help put together some fun events for your youth this year. Today, we are going to be talking just a little bit more about confirmation and what that looks like for your family. Hopefully, we can conquer this in about 5 to 10 minutes and really get you excited about what's going to be happening at confirmation this fall. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the PowerPoint and share with you just a little bit of what it's going to look like for your family this year. So today we are going to cover a brief overview of confirmation. I'm going to tell you a little bit about our Faith at Home message and what we believe about Faith at Home. We're going to talk a little bit about this new parent-partnered model that we're going to be working with. We're going to talk through some of the goals that we hope to accomplish this year for you and your family. And then we'll talk through some next steps of what we're going to see and what we're going to do after this meeting here today. So let's dive right in. Confirmation and overview. Confirmation is a 2-year program centered on partnering with parents on the Sunday morning Christian education. And in confirmation, we cover the 6 chief parts of the catechism. The goal of that is to overview and to cover the entirety of what it looks like to be a Christian. Following that, we have a little bit more information on what our confirmation program looks like. Our confirmation class will be meeting in room 307 this year. That's up here on the 3rd floor on one of the wings. The reason we're doing that is currently from the freeze, our youth room was flooded, and so it's undergoing some changes, and I would love to talk to you more about that if you have any questions. And what we do during class period, go through a rotational programming style. So the first Sunday is first Sunday of the month, we always like to enjoy some prayer and play because we believe that relationships are one of the keys to confirmation. And so we really focus on praying together and playing together first and foremost. Following that, we introduce the topic with a large group lesson that is usually led by a pastor or myself. And then we talk through the main points of what we believe, and that's that main focus. And then the next 2 Sundays, the 3rd and the 4th Sunday, we break into smaller groups and they go through the content even more in depth than what we talked about during the large group lesson. And then you do that for 2 years, your 7th and 8th grade year. And then over the summer of your 8th grade year, you work on what's called the statement of faith. And then you will present that to the congregation in the fall of your freshman year, and you will actually be confirmed on Reformation Sunday. And it so happens that this year it falls on Reformation Day, and that's super exciting. So that's October 31st, Reformation Sunday at the 10:30 a.m. worship service. Next, I'm going to talk a little bit about our Faith at Home philosophies and what we believe about faith at home. First and foremost, in 2017, Prince of Peace adopted the Faith at Home model for our Christian education programming. That is our official belief that faith is best done in the home. So Faith at Home aims to engage homes to reflect Christ by nurturing the faith journey. We have faith in our scriptures that teaches that. And so Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verses 4 through 9 says this: "Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your strength. These commandments that I give you today are to be on your hearts. Impress them on your children. Talk about them when you sit at home and when you walk along the road, when you lie down and when you get up. Tie them as symbols on your hands and bind them on your foreheads. Write them on the door frames of your houses and on your gates." We believe this scripture passage is the foundation of what Christian education should look like. It should happen every single day in your home, that you're talking about it on the way to soccer practice, that you're talking about Jesus while you're making dinner, during bedtime, during movies, whatever your family does. We believe that that's the best time to talk about Christ and bring Christ into what you are doing. We are going to be walking along every step with you. And that's why it's called the parent partnered model. You're not flying solo. We're not just dropping this content in your laps and say, figure it out. And let me share with you right now just a little bit on what we are going to accomplish through this parent partnered model. The parent partnered model of confirmation is when parents become the primary catalyst for their children's faith journey. Faith is different than going through school where we delegate education to professional teachers, because it's not just memorization of dates, stories, and content. Rather, it's about the heart. It's about the whole being, everything that has to do with them. Parents become equipped, trained, and resourced in this program to fulfill their God-given duty of bringing up their children in the faith. There is no perfect program in which to raise children, and every child is different, and this is why we require different tactics and challenges to make it intentional and beneficial for everyone, as we want to work with you individually in raising your kid around Christ and in the faith. With that, what ways are you going to be in action? How are we partnering with you? How are we working with you? Parents will receive training and resources at the Parent Encouraging Parents, the PEP class, on the first Sunday of the month during the Connect Hour. That's 9:15 to 10:15 every first Sunday. So it's an expectation that every parent of a confirmation student attends the parenting class on the first Sunday of every month. On top of that, this is something new we are including this year. Parents will work with students through a worship journal to complete throughout the year. This will help facilitate faith-focused conversations at home. So it will be just a worksheet that you fill out with your child that goes in their binder that will help facilitate some really important conversations for you to have in your home with your student, and that you can talk about what in the worship service really impacted you, what brought a new understanding to the faith. What songs did you really enjoy singing? What phrase in a song really stood out to you this Sunday? And you can kind of talk through that. This will help you in your conversations at home. And then also every fifth Sunday of the month, we will be presenting and hosting a Serve Sunday. So during the Connect Hour, parents and youth will all come together, and we will have a service project that we will get to do as a family. And that's the way that we can really connect with you. Next, we're going to talk a little bit more about our goals and what our hopes are for you in the faith here at the Parent Partnered Programming. Parents and the church will work as a team to facilitate the formation of faith within 7th and 8th grade families. Secondly, the church will give you the resources you need with the skills, content, and programming to really enrich your faith with your youth in their faith journey. Confirmation, we really hope, will be a high point of your youth's faith journey, from being a child in the faith to growing and becoming their own adult with a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. We want to see confirmation be the high point where they were really challenged and they were really wrestled with the faith, and they can look back and say, wow, that time was a very important time in my faith. And lastly, we want parents and youth to grow deeper in their understanding of faith and in a strengthened relationship with Jesus Christ. We want you to come out the other side knowing Jesus better and knowing him more throughout this process. And then lastly, we're going to talk through some next steps. So from here, what after this meeting, these are the things. Just send me a quick email, respond to the email that you got, or my email's on the screen, and send me a quick email just to make sure that we know that you're planning on attending confirmation this year. Confirmation begins on September 12th at 9:15 a.m. Parents, we're going to have an information class for you in the worship center. It's going to be kind of like an open house. We're going to cover a bunch of new things that are happening this year, new and exciting things, including this confirmation program. And then after that, the confirmation parenting classes will be in room 305, and that's for PEP, Parents Encouraging Parents. Youth will attend their first confirmation class on September 12th in room 307. That's on the third floor. Youth will receive their confirmation supplies, including a bag, a Bible, and a catechism in a binder. We need you to bring these tools with you every week to confirmation, because you're going to be using every single one of those every single week. There may or may not be some prizes based off of if you bring your bag or not. There's going to be prizes, just so you know. So thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate you taking 10 minutes out of your day to dive into confirmation and see what this year is going to be like for you and your child. And we look forward to seeing you on September 12th. God bless your day.